Going to talk about the parallel society today and the nanny state. So, we do live in a nanny state. We do live, I firmly believe, we live in a totalitarian society. A lot of people talk about the parallel society, and it is very, very real. A lot of us, certainly me, I'm very, very conscious of the two worlds that I'm inhabiting, the two societies that I'm inhabiting at the same time, simultaneously. One, whatever you want to call it, the nanny state, the world of totalitarianism, the normie world, complete with all of its insanity and its stupid rules, and its constant propaganda, and all the rest of it. And then parallel to that, the world of ideas and conversation and reflection, and the world where we can look at the insanity and laugh at it, or sometimes we get angry by it. Sometimes it depresses us. Sometimes we just shake our heads in complete confusion and almost a sense of awe. Anyway, so the parallel society, but that moves me on to the nanny state, because the society that most people that is their reality, their full reality, I think, is one where we are subjected to the most incredible and crazy and mad things, as you know. And I talk a lot about adverts and how I think the best way to understand, at least get a glimpse, and to understand the real derangement of this world is by watching TV adverts or listening to them on the radio. Now, I generally don't do this because I don't really watch TV. I do watch Netflix, guilty. Obviously, that doesn't have adverts. The odd time, maybe if I'm watching the footy or something like that, I don't know. And you see the adverts, and I'm always taken aback each time about how they seem to be able to make them ever more utterly insane, dripping with propaganda and just lunacy. And even worse, I think, are the adverts on in the car. So sometimes when I'm in the car, I'm not really driving at the moment because I'm waiting on knee surgery. I can only do little short hops. And I did before to the post office, local post office, to post something, obviously. Our greatest hits radio on. Now, the music's really good, but you've got all the 70s, 80s and 90s, back when music was good. But you've got all the usual crap, all the usual propaganda, and of course the adverts. And just some insights from me, really, about the last couple of times I've been in the car in the last few days, and the adverts have come on about the nanny state. You're just constantly getting ordered around all the time, from government, from media, from advertisers, from people. A lot of people have it in their work, things like that. I don't. I'm lucky in that way, but we live in a very rules-orientated society, and most of the rules are completely nonsensical, and many of them are tyrannical, as you know. Anyway, so just three examples from the last probably combined 3 minutes of listening to adverts. One of them was about not tailgating. Now this is the world that we live in, where basic common sense things are turned into a means to indoctrinate people about why they should or shouldn't do it. So don't tailgate on the motorway was this one. So, well, yeah, thanks for telling me that. There are actually a few people that do need to obviously be made aware of that, but it's just interesting that, well, that was the first thing. Make sure there's a 2-second gap. That was the first thing. The second thing was an absolutely stupid advert from the NHS. You know what I think about the National Health Service, about how we all need to carry on sanitising ourselves, carry on giving space, carry on making sure that we clean our environment, all the rest of it. Again, a population that needs to be indoctrinated about how to, over basic hygiene. Is that one really that's in a good place? I would say no. So that was quite interesting. The third one was about something about not pouring cooking oil down the sink because it clogs up the drains. And you take a step back and you think, what's this all about? How have we how have we become so beholden to this absolute idiocy, this lunacy? I talk about a lot of this, about the power of advertisers and big business and how they nudge us and sculpt us and, inform our behaviours and our beliefs and ultimately our society. In my book, The Imperfect Individual, if you want a copy of that, click the link below. Another thing as well I've noticed is how, this falls into the whole transhumanist agenda, which I believe really is real. That how inanimate objects are brought to life by advertisers. So again, another advert that I was listening to then was, I switched it off because I was like, I can't deal with this. Hi, I'm Mr. Mouthwash, and hi, I'm Mr. Toothpaste. So I'm sorry, what the fuck is that all about? It's a theme again that I've noticed. You will notice it yourselves if you go to maybe those parking machines where you have to put your registration number in and then pay for it. They'll often have a name or say, hi, I am Mr. Parking Machine. I need to have your registration number. I remember as well, during the time of when the pubs opened after the first lockdown, you'd see signs on tables saying, hi, I've been cleaned. I'm safe to sit at as long as you're socially distant from other tables. Have a look and see how inanimate objects are being humanised. At the same time, the actual human beings are being dehumanised and turned into automatons and robots. And I say it plays into the whole transhumanist agenda, this, which is, my content's not really along the conspiratorial lines, even though most of the conspiracy theories are real. It's actually happening. It is a conspiracy. But you only need to look at, to further that argument, things like Alexa, that's a inanimate machine, artificial intelligence that talks to people. You go on any company's website to talk to someone and there'll be a stupid bot, like Barry the bot, how can I help you, blah blah blah, just pinging these stupid messages at you, but you can't actually speak to a human being. And so it goes on, and it's so interesting when you're aware of the need to live in these parallel worlds, one that tries to embrace morality and sanity and as I say, connection, community, conversation, morals, and the other one that's just dripping with propaganda, lunacy, insanity, immorality, stupidity. When you allow yourself, or when you dip your toe into, by simply watch the TV adverts or listen to the stupid adverts on the radio, you just pay attention or just notice things around you. You will notice everywhere you go. You see it in advertisements, you see it on billboards, you see it on notices around. You just see most stuff now is just absolutely stupid. It makes no sense. I find it quite funny, but you take a step back, just how unhinged our world really, really is, this clown world. Now, I'm not saying this like I'm not having a go. I'm not depressed about it. I'm just making an observation, really. And as I say, I do describe the precedent for it and how big businesses with all of their there's the psychologists that are able to tap into our need to be sedentary, really, to be sedated, to be comfortable. To not think, and how they're able to do that by various different ways. I talk about that in this book, so feel free to, as I say, click the link in the description to buy that. So yeah, that was my observation from the last few days. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Have you heard any or seen any other stupid adverts that just make you want to tear your hair out or just simply laugh? If you've got any other comments, please feel free. I love reading your comments and your insights and your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye bye.